Hello students, we are back again to the construction of triangle. Remember when we started, we told you what triangle is. After that, we were able to look at the parts of triangle. After looking at the parts of triangle, we were able to look at the types of triangles. And this time around, we looked at construction of triangle. Now in the construction of triangle, I told you that three things must be given to you, either the three sizes. Remember, triangle is a plane figure bounded by three straight lines. Three things must be given to you, either the three sizes. If it's not the three sizes, either two sizes and included angle will be given to you. Now we have done the three sizes in the previous video. You can get that by touching your subscribe. After typing Fred RCB Fred in your YouTube, once the page comes up, touch the subscribe. Subscribe will give you access to all my 18 to 20 videos I have. Go there and look for the second video, how we constructed the triangle given the three sizes and how to construct angles. Because in this topic, if you don't know how to construct angles like angle 60 degrees, 45, 19 and so on, you will find it difficult to do this side of the topic. So go back to touch subscribe and watch the video on how to do or construct the angle 60 degrees and other angles. Now we are looking at to construct triangle when given two sizes and included angle. Now how do you do this? Now look at this question. Imagine a technical drawing question. Entire question like this. What came out is just one topic, just construction of triangle. And not only that, they said from the instruction, let's read the instruction. They said instruction, I answer all questions. Use all the necessary drawing instruments and material. All the dimensions are in millimeters. IV, ready to be awarded for good draftsmanship. V, show all the construction lines. 1A, now look at where the question starts. And it says draw on the sheet. The sheet is your drawing paper. The white paper, whatever you're using to draw. The borderline, which I've taught you in the previous video. Touch the subscribe, you get access to it. And the title block with the following information: name, school, examination number, scale use, date. You see, if you touch the subscribe, you get access to this. So we don't need to repeat it. Already I've done one here. You can see the title block, everything. This is what we call the borderline. Go to the previous video, you learn how to do this. So just touch your subscribe to have access to that video. If you don't touch the subscribe, you might have only two videos when you just type RCB Fred. But once you touch the subscribe, the essence of touching subscribe, it will take you to other videos. So that's the essence of touching subscribe. It doesn't take you anything. Just to touch it with your hand. You will not get access to that video. Now let's answer this question. Having done this, it means one of the video has given us answers to this question, which I have done here. If you go back to the video, you see how this thing was constructed, how the title block, how we constructed the title blocks and the borderline. Now we have answered question 1A. He said that one has a question, is a mark on its own. Now the B is where the topic is. They say use the following steps to construct a triangle. Draw line AB. Now what it means is that where AB, that's line AB is what? 70 millimeter mm. Now they said also construct angle 60 degrees. That means our theta, the angle we're going to construct is 60 degrees at A. Then we are asked also to do what? Draw line AC. Our AC, say the line should be 80 millimeter at the angle 60 degrees to line AB. Now we are asked to draw line CB and measure CB. You see, we are going to do this to answer this question. Now let's start our construction. Now before you do this, you can just have a picture, a clue, a kind of preview of what you're trying to do. Now the first one say draw line AB. This is your rough. Let's say this is your rough. Make a rough sketch. So this is AB. Suppose this is the AB, 70 millimeter. Now you're asked to construct 60 degrees, which I've done in the previous video. Just touch the subscribe, you get it. 60 degrees. Now they say along AC, our AC should be lying along this area, which is 80 millimeter. So join this point where the line touches. This is what is X. X is what they are looking for. That's the AC. So that's exactly what it is. that what you're going to do now is after drawing the AB and AC, now the next thing you're going to do now is you start your construction. Now you have a rough sketch of what you want to do. Now what you're going to do now is you draw AB, follow up the rough sketch, draw line AB is 60. When you're drawing, come down a little bit lower, draw AB, which is 70 millimeter. 70 millimeter is the center at 7 centimeter. So this is 7 centimeter from this point to this point is 70 millimeter. That you can indicate it as your AB. A, point B. Now the next thing you're going to do now for the construction, you are asked to construct angle 60. Now to do this construction, well, like I told you, touch the subscribe, you see how to construct 60 degrees. To construct 60 degrees at point A, from the instruction there, we are asked to construct angle 60 at point A. This is center at A. That's what it means is center at A. Draw an arc. Expand this radius as much as you can. Draw an arc. I see what I'm doing now. Go to the previous video, you see this. Touch your subscribe, you have access to it. Then, after drawing this arc, don't shift this compass. Be careful with it. Then remove it and point it at this point where the arc started. And you draw, bisect that previous arc with the same arc, same radius. Have you seen what I've done now? Let me take that same step again. Just center here, it doesn't have any space. You can measure any gap. This one doesn't have measurement. Expand this in as much as you can. Draw an arc. Remove it, don't shift it. Use the same arc. Center it at this point, line AB. Bisect the previous arc. Let this arc meet the previous arc at this point. So at this point now is where you form your 60 degrees. We are going to check if it's actually going to be 60. So draw a straight line from that point of intersection of the two arcs from point A. You will get this video once you touch the subscribe. You have access to it, how to construct 60. Let me bring my compass so you find out that what we're doing here is not magic. It's mathematical. So let's look at it. Now let us join the line, this point, where the point of intersection of the arc meets. Make sure it passes through the point so that I don't miss it. This is the point of intersection of the two arcs. This is the end of line AB. Make sure the rule passes through these 2 points. Draw a straight line to pass through this point. You can extend it as much as you can. Now, this is the angle now we have formed. This angle is supposed to be 60. Remember I told you that's the method to construct angle 60 degrees. Now, let's put this compass. Remember the compass protractor is used in measuring angles. Look at this point now. Let this point be the point where the A will lie. Now measure this line from 0 to 180 lies along line AB. So place it there. That's your target point. Then make sure it lies there. And check where that straight line runs through after setting it. Now when you set it properly at that point, you find out that this line is running exactly at 60 degrees. Plus, are you just seeing it? Can you see the straight line I just constructed now? It means that this line now is running, making an angle of 60 degrees. When you start from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This is 60 degrees exactly. You see how to control 60 degrees. If you go to the previous video, touch, how do you get access to that previous video? Touch your subscribe in your YouTube. You get access to that previous video. So this is how to construct 60 degrees. So we have gotten our theta. This theta, which is 60 degrees. Now, having done this 60 degrees, remember I told you where AB is 70 millimeter. We have done that. This is 70 millimeter. You indicate it. 70 millimeter. Then this is the 60 degrees, which is the theta, the angle we are constructing. Now, the next thing we're going to do now is we are going to look at the AC, because this line AC, from the question given to us, like I said, draw line AC at 60. You should be at the 60 degree angle, which is to the line AB. That means our AC lies within here. So what it means is that if you have to measure 8 millimeter along this line, so measured 80 millimeter. 80 millimeter is what? 8 centimeter. So look at from here, this end of this line to where 8 centimeter is. So you join it, complete it as if we knew exactly what it is. So this is where it is. So from here to here is just 80 millimeter. You can see from 0 to here is 80. So you have 80. So indicate this. So this is your point C. It becomes your point of what? C. Now what you're going to do now is to join point C with B. Join C with what? B. The end of this line with this point. So that's exactly what it is. When you join this point with this point, you join it. This is your CB. Have you seen now? CB is not given to us, but we are going to assume this is our CB. CB is still on question because we have not measured it. So we can measure it now. From what is given to us now, they say we should draw line CB. We have drawn the line CB. Now we have to measure. Can we measure CB? And measure CB. CB now will be from this point to this point. CB will give us. So what it means is that CB, this is line from CB, is giving us 7.5. Look at it from here to here now. This is exactly 7.5. That is, this is 7, this is 7.5. So we have CB, our CB here is 7.5 cm, which is equivalent to 75 millimeter if you times the 7.5 by 10. So that's exactly what it is. So we have gotten the answer. So our CB, we have drawn the line CB, and we have measured CB to be 7.5. So this is the question answered. So you can see how this simple this is. It's just a matter of going through the videos. You find out that some of these things they give you in exams are nothing. Remember I told you a recap. Let's have a recap of what we've done. If you're given a question like this, you draw the title block as given, draw the borderline. After drawing the borderline, the next thing you're going to do now is make a rough sketch of the question. Follow the instructions from the question as stated in the question paper. Make a rough sketch just the way I did. This is the rough sketch. This is line AB, which is 70 millimeter. Construct angle 60. I told you how to construct angle 60. Touch the subscribe of this YouTube or video. You have access to other videos where you see where I constructed 60 degrees, 30, 45, and so on. You get access to it. We have done that. How do we construct 60? Now, like I told you, you just have to center at point A. You center at point A. You draw an arc. Just create a radius. You can create any radius. You don't need any measurement. Just expand this as much as you can. Draw an arc. Remove it. Don't shake it. Center it at this point along AB. Draw another arc to cut the previous arc. The point of intersection, if a straight line is drawn through that place, the angle you're going to form is 60 degrees. Now from the question, extend this line. Since this line is the line AC, extend this line to the required dimension because we said that AC should be 80 millimeter. We measured it 80 millimeter. Line AC, we were able to extend it up to 8. 80 millimeter is something as 8 centimeter, which we had. And the next you're going to do now is to join CB. Join this C with B and take the measurement. That's what it means by measure CB. And what we were able to measure is 7.5 cm, which is equivalent to 75 millimeter. So that is exactly what it is. So if you're given a question like this, don't get panicked. Videos like this can always make sure the problem is solved. You can just get your problem solved by watching videos like this. Just touch or subscribe. You can have access to all these things. You can see a question, entire question like this. Look at complete question like this. Given only 1A and B. When you look at this thing in the hall, you start shivering. But if you have gone through this video and practiced all these things, you find out that there's nothing here. You just earn your full mark. Remember they told you from instruction 4. From instruction 4, they say credit to be awarded for good draftsmanship. Show all construction lines. These are construction lines. These arcs you see, they are all the construction lines. So you see, credit to be given will be awarded for good draftsmanship. This is the reason why you earn these 10 marks. It's just as simple as that. So that's where we draw the curtain for today. Try and go through the past papers and all these things. You can solve much more paper. And you can see they can just write almost 45 minutes aloud. You can see this thing didn't take me so long because I'm used to it. It can also take less time than this if you watch the video. Just touch the subscribe, you get access to the video. A question like this will be as simple as ABC. So that's it for this today's topic. Before I call it a day in today's lesson, here's a recap. A recap is that we were able to define what triangle is. We're able to state the parts of triangles. After that, we were able to describe triangles according to their types. And after that, we were able to look at construction of triangles. I told you to construct triangles is either the three things must be given to you, which either it is the length, the sizes of the triangles, or if it's not the sizes of triangles, the three sizes of triangles, two sizes will be given to you and included angle. We have done the three sizes in the previous video, and in this video now we're able to look at the two sizes and included angles, which we're able to answer some exam questions like this. So that's it for today's lesson. Until when next we meet, we'll draw the curtain today for today's lesson. For any question with respect to today's lesson, I want you to call me on +234 8069373792 or via WhatsApp +234 8069373792. I am Fred Asube, your subject teacher. Until when next we meet, stay safe. Thank you.